Hello, I'm Spinner94 here,
I'm Black Temple 89.
and today we're just going to do the answers to the Q&A. The other day I posted the video up and I managed to get 7 questions from my subscribers and stuff, and Templar's going to basically ask the questions you've been asking me, and we're going to go from there.
No problem.
Sorry if we don't read your names out of the question, because we can only record this basically being on Windows Movie Maker unless this one's to open. Oh my god, it actually does, so you can read the names of the people who's asking the question.
It's Basic Tech 101, mate. I was trying to tell you that and you wouldn't believe us.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. Oh well, find new things out on the little cast. Anyway, take it away.
Alright, first question is from one of our esteemed clients. Is that, what is your favourite dark type Pokemon?
Probably Cacturne, which is the evolution of Cacnea, which is a grass dark type. See, dark types are like pretty cool anyway, but the thing is they're not my favourite kind of Pokemon, but I do like the grass type, so when you combine grass and dark, unfortunately you're 4 times weak to bug, but you make a pretty cool Pokemon. Basically Cacturne, giant cactus, it gets Spiky Shield now, which was Chespin's initial special move, can be used as a special attacker, a physical attacker. Really good at NU and immune to water absorb, and of course I think it's the perfect counter to Slowbro, unless you're the one Slowbro that runs Flamethrower. So yeah, pretty cool Pokemon. I hope that answers your question.
And I recall Cacnea was from the Advanced Battle series.
Yeah, it was from the 3rd generation. What you call him? James had a Cacnea, and I don't think it ever evolved into a Cacturne. I don't know what he did with it. I don't think he got rid of it.
He did actually.
Did he? Nah. It's the same with Pokemon. They always tend to get rid of the best Pokemon.
Well, he didn't get rid of per se. Giovanni took them away from him, and they gave them brand new ones, like tougher ones.
Ah, right.
I think it is. Put on his comment if it is true or not.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Next one is, what was your first Pokemon partner?
Actually, I answered that in my top 10 favourite Pokemon video, and that would, of course, be Bulbasaur. So I think because everybody else chose Charmander and Blastoise and stuff like that, I like Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur stood out to me because he wasn't on the cover of any of the other 2 games. He was alright in game, it was Bulbasaur. He's pretty alright in game now with his Mega Evolution when he gets to Venusaur and all that. So Bulbasaur, pretty cool Pokemon. Liked him in the anime because he didn't warm up to Ash straight away, and even then, that one episode where you get the weird translation of the Pokemon talking, it's like he doesn't trust him, which is, fair enough. I wouldn't trust anybody who catches me in a ball all my life.
Yeah, and considering we all know what the deleted scenes from Japan are like, oh boy.
Yeah. They're not really involved in Bulbasaur. It was more like the comics got censored worse. The Electric Tales of Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's got some pages. I'm glad didn't make it in the English version. It's bad enough translating Japanese stuff into English with obviously the different culture changes, but it's just the way things go, really, isn't it?
Yep. Next question is, how did you get your Pokemon so bulky?
Basically just EV and IV training. As I say, I breed my Pokemon. I make sure they've got all the IVs and health, and the defenses, attack speed and all that's not too bothered about unless they're sweeper Pokemon. Then you need them to be that way. Then I always invest, if it's a special defensive wall, I invest 100 in special defense, 200 in health. It's always 200 in health, and it's always 200 in the opposite stat. So if it's a defensive wall, it'll be invested 200 in its special defense and 100 in its defense, 200 in its health. That way, every wall can be bulky, unless the Pokemon is something like Avalugg, which you can never run especially defensively. Because on that, you've got stuff like Mirror Coat, so if you do get hit with a special move, you just bam, dead. So that's the way I run Pokemon. I have a lot of mixed walls on my team. I tend to run bulkier teams rather than swippier teams. I find they work better for me, being able just to paralyse opponent's Pokemon, be able to live a hit and dish a more powerful one back. But that's just the way I play Pokemon and find works for me. Everyone's got their own way of playing games.
Next question is, how did you get so good at internet battling?
Just a lot of research, really. I started competitive battling about a year and a bit ago now, and I just started watching videos from there, picking up Pokemon strategy-wise. There's a YouTuber named Felicify who's unfortunately known for being quite controversial now, which is a shame. But he does a lot of how-to videos, and from there I picked up how to get the basics of Pokemon battling and started using them from there. So that's how I don't have a lot of OU Pokemon. I've got a lot of the lower tier ones I tend to use, and I find they work better because I know how to use them. And basically from there, it's just basic bit team building, to sweepers, to brutes, to walls, then variation from there to what works. Then there's another way of picking a Pokemon that you think works. Like, I want to make Machamp the star of this team. Then building all your Pokemon around Machamp and make it work to its best. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean a team's going to work to its best. So yeah, just a lot of research, a lot of practice, a lot of training. Don't be afraid to lose. I think it's any competitive game. Sometimes losses are better than wins. Because winning means you've got it sorted. Losing means you can improve.
Yeah, well, true. I mean, in many games, most of the best players lose 80% of their matches before they get good. But final question of the night is that, do you like Pokemon Showdown? And if so, will you be in it? I recall that was from your I can't pronounce his name.
Grizzly Panda music.
Yeah, I think it is.
Basically, I do have a Showdown account, but I very rarely use it. And it's a great tool because it tests out teams and stuff like that. And it's ironic he's saying he's kind of sucks at Pokemon because he runs last time I versed you, Grizzly Panda, you were running a full Ghost team, and that thing is amazing. Mono teams are very risky to run, Templar, and he played it really goddamn well. So I don't think you should be saying you suck. You're good at Pokemon, man. But anyway, I do use a lot of Showdown to build teams, the Showdown team builder, but I don't bat a lot on Showdown because I like breeding Pokemon and battling on Wi-Fi. I think it's just the animations catch my attention more.
And plus the fact as well, I know we're mono teams. I mean, I play Dice Masters. For those who don't know what Dice Master is, it's basically Magic with dice. Mm. And yeah, mono teams can be risky. I mean, if they go off, they're devastating. But if they don't go off, it's like the classic case of, if they hit, they win. If they don't hit, they lose.
Mm. That's quite the way it works. Anyway, I think we've got one more question here. I think we answered Blue Spinder's question inadvertently of how long I've ever... Yeah. How to get so good at Pokemon. We kind of answered that. How long have you been playing? I've been playing about a year now. Yeah. So hopefully that answers the questions there.
Yeah, so...
our first Pokemon game, is that one? Yeah.
Yeah, first Pokemon game. I forgot about that one.
It's alright. First Pokemon game, Pokemon Yellow. I went through it wanting to evolve Pikachu into a Raichu. That game. Pikachu won't let you evolve into the Raichu because it's based off the anime. Well, which is annoying.
Well, mine... I like to chip in my first one, and you'd be surprised at this. My first Pokemon game was actually Blue and Red. Oh. I had both of them.
Nice.
From the Game Boy, and I'll say right here, right now, far better than the Monday because it was more simple, more easy to play.
Yeah, there wasn't the breeding in that. I think the games have got a lot better. Cause let's be fair, Gen 1 captured a lot of people's nostalgia, and Gen 1's a good generation, but it's really hard to say my favourite Pokemon generation. Cause I like a lot of the 3rd gen ones, and of course my favourite Pokemon's in the 3rd gen. But yeah, again, I do love 6th gen. I love all the gens really. There's just a few Pokemon that don't stand out.
Let's hope Pokemon doesn't die, or you might have to go mobile. Yeah. How the hell are you going to record that? I will never know.
God knows. We'll have to see when Pokemon go down, see what the situation is that. I don't think you'll ever get rid of the mainstream games. But anyway, hopefully that answers your questions from there. Thank you, of course, to Black Templar, who helped me out. We kind of did a little interview format. I thought that'd be pretty interesting to do.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to always help.
Yep, so go check out his channel. Hopefully I'll put a link in the description below. He does, you do Smite, Resident Evil, Blood Bowl, which is actually an interesting game. I've got no idea how to play, but I've picked up the basics from watching a few videos and stuff like that. So go check it down in the description below. And, of course, Spinner94 here.
Black Templar 89.
And wishing you all to have a nice day on Saturday. And peace out.
Yep.